This question is for the tribal chief, if we can switch into that character. Now,
okay, yeah.
Tribal Chief, what I like to do on the show when we have wrestlers coming is I like to kind of pitch my services to them. Now, I understand you have the Bloodline and you have your wise men and you have your right-hand man, but I want to let you know that I'm part of the LA Umaga, and I am willing to just give you my services as I sit here on the Rich Eisen Show, a nationally televised sports show, right, Rich? It sees millions and millions of viewers.
Yes,
and
I agree.
I look at this, Tribal Chief. When you're out doing your thing, you could use me as someone who can help spread the word for the Bloodline. And so all I'm asking is if you'd be willing to give someone like me who sits in front of a microphone and who can spread the word in the gospel of the Bloodline a chance to be a consigliere, if you will, a subsidiary member of the Bloodline, someone who maybe not sits at the table, but stands behind the table. And I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there to you just to see what the head of the table thinks. And we have a picture that I don't think you can see, but Rich, you and Brockman can see.
There you are.
It's me in the ring with you and the Usos and the Wise Men. And I feel like I would be a perfect fit to help you in any way that I can.
Okay, so you're auditioning then.
I'm auditioning, yes. You know,
you're vying for an opportunity here to.
Yeah, I thought you had a question for
me.
Well,
the question was that it was just like, are you looking for someone like me who can help the Bloodline in any way possible? That's all I'm saying.
Well, we're always looking, for people who are trying to sing our praises and magnify the scope of what we're doing. So I dig what you're trying to do here.
Yes.
But this is why I have a special counsel in Paul Heyman. So I'm going to have to refer you to the wise man.
I understand that,
and so that he will be the loops and hoops that you're going to have to jump through. But I think you're off to a good start here. I think the most important part is understanding what you're stepping into and the greatness that is going to be, shining upon you and the island of relevancy and all the responsibilities that come with that.
I'm ready for that, Tribal Chief.
We're always okay. I mean, that's first step. You have the okay to send this resume now to my Jew, to the wise man.
Well, he already has one of those right here, Roman.
Yeah, so you have one and I have one, Roman. So and that's all I was looking for, Rich, was a slow yes instead of a quick no from the Tribal Chief. Now we can put the process in order. I'll talk to the wise man, Paul Heyman.
So there's now a pecking order that you've gotten. So basically, if I understand, Roman, he's gotten passed through the first step of the process, is what you're saying here.
This was, I would say, yes. This was the easiest step, though.
I accept that, Rich. I accept that, Roman. I appreciate that because Bobby Lashley, I tried it with him in the Hurt Business. He was kind of like, eh.
So what you're saying, you're telling Roman that he's second?
Not at all. Not at all. Because this was before the Bloodline was created. This was before the Bloodline was created.
Okay.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you see what happened with the Hurt Business, right? That's not the team you wanted to be on. They imploded.
No, sir.
We're holding strong. We're doing it big over here. So.
All right. Hey,
well, I appreciate you.
Roman Reigns, have a great performance tonight in Hartford, and obviously we are going to be seeing you on the WWE Survivor Series on Peacock on Sunday night. Thanks for the time. Let's do this again soon. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, Rich. Thank you so much.
Right back at you. That's Roman Reigns at WWE Roman Reigns on Twitter, at Roman Reigns on Instagram, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Now, Chris.
Hey, Rich.
I know you don't want to be involved right now.
I don't want to be involved.
I know Brockman's, in the same way that he guessed my start bench cut of films that were placed in front of me by a caller yesterday, and he knew my answers before I wrote them down, or as I wrote them down, that we know each other because we've known each other for a while. And I could tell by his body language he doesn't want to be involved right now, but I've got to do it.
Okay.
I've got to do this.
Yes.
Out of consistency.
Yes.
And also, I have to do this as the host of this show, and it's something for me, even though it is absolutely 100% going to be at the expense of you.
Yeah, well, I think we all kind of figured that out with the long soliloquy into it.
So, Chris, as somebody who's beat red-faced right now, and that's the look I see from you after my multiple at-bats and swings and misses to ask a player in the NFL to have me nickname him.
Yep.
And I've had, Matt Ryan many times on this show, and he's refused the match rule multiple times, and I keep climbing that tree. Then I tried the match rule with Stafford, and he realized he was getting sloppy seconds, and he rejected it. And then I went back to Matt Ryan while trying to, at the same time, dub Patrick Mahomes the patch rule, because you remember that Showtime Mahomes thing just didn't seem to fit.
Showtime didn't really work.
That was almost your breaking point, Brockman.
Where does this attempt with Roman Reigns, when I gave him the floor, he's the wrestling maven here. He knows how to make news with wrestling, and he chose that real estate to try and get himself something. Where does that exchange rank?
No, Brockman,
for you, Chris.
Before you answer, Rich, I want to throw this to you and make you think about this. Rich has been given no's every time he's asked, right? Except for Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know the answer. You can't
just said,
right.
Okay, we'll move on. So take that into consideration, please, before you give your answer.
Where does this rank?
Let me chime in real quick, too.
Yes.
Okay, I don't even think that was really fit, but...
Okay, Rich, because we go back such a long way. One of the first things I learned from you is, if not me, who?
Right.
If not now, when?
That's my philosophy as well.
Yes.
So first off, mad respects to TJ for going for it.
Yes.
And just trying to, ask the question, looking for an answer, getting involved. I think where you went wrong was going back and forth between who he is as a real person and who he is as a wrestler. That kind of confused not only me, but I think confused him for a second. It didn't go well. It didn't go well. You're 0 for 2 now, which is completely fine. I don't want you to stop trying.
I'll never stop trying.
Well, I just want the same intensity.
Well, no, there's no intensity.
Michael Irvin has said, I want the same intensity that I get grief.
Well, hold on a second.
Think about what I just told you, though, Brockman.
This is only TJ's second attempt.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've had like 22 at least.
You're exaggerating.
Over how many years?
Over a decade.
10 years.
Yeah, over a decade.
Yeah.
So, maybe the next time, if it doesn't go well, then I'll maybe bring down the hammer a little bit more on TJ. But
so it doesn't rank yet?
Not yet, but we're getting there because it was,
He's trying to be too nice.
Like I said, Brockman, he said I get to move through with the application. He always gets a no. So
that's true. Your application process can now be.
Thank you. So that seems like a win to me. But
well, it's gonna come back. No,
it could.
This is. You know what this is?
It went through.
This is a Mad Lib. This is a Mad Lib. It's the same story.
For both of you?
Yes, it's the same story. But we're just changing the proper nouns and the verbs and a little bit of the adjectives. It's the same story, except you find my story a lot more open for you to take shots. And for him, you're giving him a pass, and I totally find that offensive. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.